Look, always remember objects are different and references are different. Okay, these are the four objects of Firefox driver class. If I run this, this complete thing is going to open 5 Firefox browsers for me. Okay, right. 4 from here and 1 from here. But I can only control the 5th Firefox driver through this reference. FD will point towards the object of Firefox driver, and I can fire the functions on Firefox driver through the reference. See that? 5 Firefox drivers have opened, and the last one is going to yahoo.com. Okay. So with the reference you can manage objects. Alright. Fine. Now in Selenium, yes, you can say that. Right. In Selenium you have got Chrome driver as well. Okay, I'll comment this. You can create the object of Chrome driver class as well. This is an internal class. Import it. Right. If you want to import it, you can move the mouse and select. Okay, sorry, D should be capital. Java is a case sensitive language. Okay, D should be in uppercase, and you can move the mouse and you will get the import option, or you can hit Control Shift and O for as an orange of the keyboard, and it will get automatically imported. Control Shift and O. Alright, fine. So sometimes what happens is that you copy some code and all, and imports are not done, so you just hit Control Shift O of keyboard and automatically all the imports they come up. Fine. Now if you run this code, it will give you an error. You cannot instantiate the Chrome driver object like that. To instantiate Chrome driver object, fine, you have to download an exe file for Chrome driver from Selenium HQ website. Okay, you have to, this is Chrome driver and this is the version, right? You can go to this Chrome driver and hold on. The latest release is this. You can click on this and all that versions are here. You go to download section, fine, click on this and you'll have this URL. From this URL, based on your operating system, download the zip file. For Windows 64-bit or 32-bit, you can download this one. 32-bit works on 64, right? In my PC, I have downloaded and extracted it in my F drive, chrome driver.exe. You don't need to run this. Okay, nothing, just keep it. Fine. And in your code, you give this line system.setProperty webdriver.chrome.driver and the path to chromedriver.exe. Now what is this system.setProperty? System is a class inside Java which actually recognizes your system, and set property is a static function. Okay, this is, move the mouse over set property, you'll see that it's a static function in the class. That is why you are able to call it directly with the class name. Fine, system.setProperty this, and webdriver.chrome.driver. Make sure that W is small, C is small, everything is in lower case. Java is a case sensitive language, and when you run it, you will see that the Chrome driver will open. A Chrome browser will open, blank Chrome browser. So you have to do this in case of Chrome. Okay. Functions and methods, they are the same thing. Okay, same thing. Right. And you can use the various functions in Chrome driver class, and you can use it. For example, Chrome drivers.close, it will close the browser. Right. Fine. Similarly, You have got Internet Explorer driver. You create the object of this class, and when you run it, again you will get an error, because for iDriver also you have to download an exe from the Selenium HQ website. You go to Selenium HQ, go to the download section, fine, and go over here, right, download the exe for 32-bit I. The version of I you have 32-bit I or 64-bit I. In my machine it is at fdrive iDriver server.exe, fine, and in your code you need to write system.set property, hold on, same thing, the path of iDriver you need to give / in Java and webdriver.i.driver. That's it. You need to set this system property for iDriver, and when you run it, you will see a blank I opening up. Fine. Right, and you can fire functions on it. You can write I.get, go to the URL http say gmail.com. Fine. So when you run it, I will open and take you to gmail.com. Fine. But be careful about few things in I. Right. The first thing is that if you're working with I, then the zoom level settings in I should be 100%. If you don't have 100%, it will throw you an error. Right. Secondly, go to tools, internet options. Right. Go to security. Fine. There will be 4 zones over here. If it throws the error, make sure that this leveler over here, it is at the same level for all the 4 zones. If in case it throws the error, then make sure that this leveler is at the same level. Okay? Fine. So you have to be a little careful in I. Beyond that, there are drivers like Opera driver. Then you have got Safari driver. Now these are, as the name suggests, for Opera and Safari, these are not stable. Many things they don't work on it, so there's no point using it. Okay, simple commands, they don't work on these drivers. Right. Look, Selenium is open source tool. Nobody is responsible for it except you if you are using it in your project. Fine. Now somebody was asking me a question, I didn't answer that deliberately, that can you tell me some security features in Selenium, why banking projects are not using Selenium? Look, Pawan, if you talk about the security of a paid tool like QTP as compared to Selenium, then both of them are very unsecure. Anybody can read your passwords in the script and all, everything. Okay, fine. It's not that Selenium is less secure or QTP is more secure, or QTP can be used for banking projects and Selenium cannot be. It's not like that. Okay, you can use any tool. Only thing is, maybe people, they hesitate in using it. I have seen many banking projects being implemented on Selenium as well. Okay, right. Fine. Look, the thing is, big companies, big banks, they have got huge budgets. Okay, they buy good tools. If I talk about the quality, then QTP is way ahead of Selenium in quality. It's very easy to build scripts. Okay, it is very easy to maintain scripts. Building script is far more easy than maintaining a script over a period of time, right? Because changes happen, then you have to change your scripts, right? Okay, building script is not a big deal, but when something changes, right, it's a big deal over there. Okay, so in that aspect, QTP is better than Selenium. But if you talk about the costing, then obviously Selenium is a free tool. QTP has a huge price factor associated with it. Fine. So that's the thing. Okay. Um, Anybody with any other question? Anybody with any other? Right, anybody with any questions? Look, um, these are the various drivers in Selenium. How do you use them? Will I have to learn every driver separately? Right, will every driver have its own functions? What will I do? Okay, I'll discuss all these things, right? But I'll not discuss them today. Okay, I don't want to rush up with everything in the first class. We have done enough. Fine. I'll just talk about few things which people generally ask me, and one of the person was also asking me. I didn't reply him. What is a framework? Okay, look, that's what the objective of this course is, to build a framework. Fine, I'll share my screen. Hold on. Right, I've shared my screen now. Right, now, okay, so now when you build scripts, okay, these are your Selenium scripts, for example. Script 1, script or test case 1, test case 2, test case 3. Fine. Right. When you have this test case, you have got a lot of other requirements. You have to run them in a certain order, or maybe run them parallelly. Maybe you don't want to run one of them. Okay. You want to read the data from the Excel file. You want to generate some reports and all. Okay. Then you would want to generate some logs, that what happened when the script was running. Suppose the script runs for 5 hours. Okay, you would want that some kind of screenshots are also taken. Okay, screenshots. So Selenium as a tool will not provide you everything. This is Selenium in blue box. It will only have the commands to interact with the browser. It will never read the data, it will never generate reports. Right. Okay, so what you do is that you put a centralized controller in between. This centralized controller is known as test ng. Sometimes people use JUnit or BDD frameworks like Cucumber. So they help you organize everything, read data, call the specific test case, pass over the data to it, generate reports, screenshots, right? So this complete thing is known as a framework. So apart from Selenium, you have to learn how to read the data, how to work with these frameworks, right? Or how to generate reports. For example, these days extent reports are very famous, right? These are the extent reports. They look something like this. Just a minute. Hold on. Yes, these are the extent reports. All the test cases are mentioned here in the reports. All the logs, they come up that I'm opening the browser opened successfully, navigating to the website, trying to log in, clicking on this link, and if there is some error, the screenshot of the error comes up in the reports in the end. Okay, so everything is reported properly, all the tests are there. Then you have got graphical representation of the test cases and all, everything in the reports. So this is the major goal by which we will be achieving, and which everybody expects from the course, but we cannot do it directly. Okay, I have to teach you a lot of things. Only thing is just be with us, right? Just keep on following whatever is taught and you will definitely be able to learn. Fine. So today was just a very simple and introductory class. Okay, tomorrow I'll start off with the interfaces and then Selenium and how it organizes and extracts objects from the page and all, everything. And I have not covered concept of constructors and all. I'll cover it in day 5 agenda when actually constructors are used. Okay, fine. So anybody with any questions? Any questions regarding the course, regarding anything? In this course we take maximum 25 people, around 15 to 16 have already enrolled in the course, right? So anybody having any questions? when we use static and non-static, look, as far as we are concerned, I'll show you. Like this is the one of the frameworks in which I was having a function like get test data. Okay, this function you would send the name of the test case inside this function, and this function will return you the data for that test case. How it returns and all, forget about that. Right. So I have made this function static in nature, so that whichever test case calls this function will call it like the name of the class data_util.getTestData. For example, over here this was one of the tests which was calling data_util.getTestData for the create lead test. So it will give you the data. Okay, so stuff like this. Fine. But if you have Selenium GRID, okay, I'll not talk about that right now, that you will not come to know. Right? But this is just a generic example. Fine. It comes with experience. Fine. Okay. As per my static is called by class name and where no non-static. Yeah, class statics is static object is always called by the, not the static object, sorry, static is always called by the class name. Right. Look, system is a class, Reshma. Okay. System, just a minute. Guys, please keep yourself on mute. Now somebody is asking me the question, what is system.out.println? Okay. So system is a class. Out is the reference of a class known as print stream. Okay, don't go in depth of this, right, to be very honest. Even I cannot explain you on the first go, right? And print ln is one of the functions of this print stream object. Okay, right? Just accept it as it is, right? System is a class, out is a non-static variable inside it, and print ln is a function in that variable. Okay, rather a non-static object reference. Fine. So anybody with any other question? Yes. 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 Browser uses it. Okay, the question being, yeah. Yeah, tell me. Okay. Okay, I'll check my net connection, or and I'll be try little slow. I'll try to be little slow then. Right. Fine. Yeah. Okay. Right. Thank you. Another question being asked is, will the classes end usually at this time or will go on for 2 hours? Look, it's not about number of hours, Nikhil, to be very honest, right? It's about the agenda which I want to cover. Okay. If I am covering the agenda and if I am finishing it, I finish the class. Sometimes the class may also go beyond 2 hours. Okay. So it's about the agenda which I want to finish off, right? Basically, the day one means 1 hour. Okay. So I think I should be able to cover this much in 1 hour, but generally it happens before or with a delay as well. So that's why roughly between 25 to 30 hours I will take together in completing the complete course. I can continue with day 3, but it will become too hectic for you guys, right? Because these things, they are not so simple, right? Fine. So if you want to look at the course material, again I will give you the URL of this particular Kansham, you can contact us after the class on the live chat. Okay, you can go to this link and have a look at the material as well. Right? Yeah, Nikhil, you can ask me one more question. Okay, and fine. Okay, there is a question being asked. Yes, the training videos, yes, obviously, Nikhil, they have to be. Look, training videos are over 140 hours. It's taken me nearly 2 years to build them to this level. Okay, basic, hold on, I'll just tell you. Okay, I'll log in into this thing. Right. So the training videos are huge in size. They are over 140 hours. It's taken me a lot of time to make them. I cannot just cover all the modules which are there in the training videos in the class, but basically what I tell students is that first 21 modules, whatever there is in it, I will be covering, but not in the order which I have mentioned on the website, because if I start with Java introduction and then keep on teaching you Java and then I suddenly jump over to Selenium in video 11, it will not look very familiar. So what I teach is that I teach for example, I taught you the concepts of object-oriented programming today. Okay, and I also taught you basics of WebDriver and how object-oriented programming, the concept of objects, they are used in WebDriver. Okay, so when we end up with the course, you yourself will realize that I have covered the stuff which is there in 21 modules. Okay, and out of these frameworks, these are a lot of frameworks over here, right? I will be covering one of the frameworks because around 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours, I'll be giving it to the framework itself. So I can cover one framework in very depth in the class. For rest of them, you have the recorded videos. Okay? Right. Yeah, I started with Java intro. If I calculate the total time which I have given to Java in the training videos, I have given around 7 to 8 hours to only Java. Right. That's why, I always advise people to take the videos first and then join the training if you're not comfortable with Java. Right. I cannot take Java for around 8 to 9 hours in this training because I have got a huge task of completing Selenium and the frameworks as well. Okay, I cannot teach you Java to that depth. Okay, but I can teach you enough. Like I taught you enough today, which you were actually able to grasp or understand. Fine, so I'll teach you parallelly. I'll teach you collections when we move over to multiple extraction objects. I'll teach you sets. I'll teach you all the concepts of Selenium, all the concepts of Java are required, but parallelly to Selenium, not that I will teach you Java first and then I'll start with Selenium. No, not like that. Okay? And I'm recording the sessions. You will get the recordings of the sessions as well. Right? Okay. Fine. Now, by tomorrow morning in time, or maybe today also if they get uploaded, right? Are you going to take BDD? Look, Sandeep, I will not be taking BDD because not everybody wants BDD. BDD is more famous in UK, but in the pre-recorded sessions which you have been given the access, Cucumber has been covered. Cucumber BDD is covered. Okay, training module 41 and 42. Okay, so you can have a look at those. Fine. Basically, BDD UK is very famous. Cucumber and all Serenity, then JBehave, all those things. Right. So, anybody having any other questions? Right. Now, in case you want to join the training, you can reply to the email. Okay. And you can also come on the live chat of the website. Okay. Will I be able to build a framework? If you practice, you can do that. Okay. A lot of people come for training Not everybody is able to build the framework, to be very honest. Like, you have to practice. Whatever I'm teaching you, look, I'll tell you, weekend batch is better than weekday batch. You get the complete week to practice. In weekday batch, if you miss out one or two classes and if you don't practice, then your pace becomes slow. So always practice whatever I'm teaching in the weekend batch throughout the week and then come over. You will be actually on the right track. Right. Sandeep, just come on the live chat of the website. We can help you out. Okay. And should we install? Okay. Which one is mostly used? Another question being used is, okay, I'll put all the questions over here. Which one is mostly used? Hold on, just a minute. Okay, I will put all the questions out here first. Sandeep, you can come on the live chat. Okay, and another one is this one. Okay, in most of the companies, right. Okay, I'll answer these questions now. Which one is most likely used? Look, TestNG is very famous with Selenium because it's got inherent support of running the test cases parallelly on grid, and it's got more features, better reporting, okay, easy to understand as well. It's becoming really famous. Fine. You said that from 2013 Selenium has not changed, nothing major has been added. Don't you think it's a drawback? No, it's not a drawback. Okay, when the tool is stable, it's got enough features inside it which can help you automate everything end to end. So it doesn't mean that it is a drawback. It's good. It's whatever you want, you'll find it inside inside Selenium. Okay. Yes, better that if you install JDK and all everything. Okay. So you will mail the link to our class recordings. Yes, I will be mailing you the recordings of the free classes, the first two trial classes on your email. All the classes will also be available in your accounts. Okay, when you log in. Right. Can we say static and non-static are what types? Look, static and non-static, there is no type to it. You can declare a function or a variable static. There is nothing known as type of non-static. You can tag a variable static or tag a variable non-static. Fine. Suppose you have an integer. Okay, this integer is tagged static, so it can be accessed directly with the name of the class. If it is not tagged static, it is non-static. It can be accessed with the object of the class. Okay, there is nothing known as type in case of static, non-static. Right. In most of the companies, which framework will be used? TestNG is more famous, and in the course also I'll be covering TestNG. Okay, right. Anyone with any questions? Anyone? Other questions than whatever we have? Anything? Right. Fine. Yeah. Git, I can teach you if you want. Look. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Look. Git, SVN, all these things I can teach you. Okay. Meanwhile, you can also watch, if you are a member, then you can go and Ghanshyam, I'll answer those questions as we proceed. Okay, what is public access modifiers? I'll answer them as we proceed. You can watch this module, Jenkins Git GitHub integration. Okay, right. I've told everything in this. It's very simple, very simple. Okay, I cannot teach you how to use Facebook. Right. Jenkins is a website. It's just like a website. You just fiddle with it. You click here, you click there. Similarly, Git, GitHub integration. So you'll come to know automatically what all these things are. Okay. And I've also covered interview questions in the last module, so that will help you out. Okay. Now, yeah, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. GitHub. Yeah. You can post your question in the forum with the screenshot of the error. Okay. The link to join the forum is in your account, and probably we'll look at the error message, because without looking the error, I cannot tell you anything. Yeah, on the forum, log in into your account. There'll be a forum link. Just take the screenshot and create a new question on the forum and post the screenshot. Okay? Yeah. Okay. All right. You can automate I on Citrix, but your scripts should run on script Citrix in that case, on that particular server, Ghanshyam. Selenium is, yes, Selenium is only for browsers, Pavan. It cannot be used for Windows-based application. Okay, Selenium is only meant for browsers, right? So, right. So I knew that people would be having a lot of questions today. This was one of the major reasons I tend to uh, end early, because in every class this happens. For first class, around half an hour, everybody asks questions, right? People have got a lot of doubts. Fine. So, um, fine. I'll end it up, right? And you will get a new meeting invitation for tomorrow's class. Okay, so you can join that, and that will continue, and we'll study concept of interfaces tomorrow, and what interfaces are and how they actually help us in Selenium, right? Concept of reusability with interfaces, right? Yeah. Okay. Are you go? Yes. Sometimes I am going to give you exercises in the class, but not always, because the time is limited. In the class, don't try to make the code along with me. Never. Just have a look at it, understand the concept. That's why I record the classes, right? After you go back, you can do that, right? Okay, another question, an important question being asked is, are we going to cover page object model POM in the online training? Look, there are various frameworks: POM, hybrid framework, data driven, BDD. All these have been covered in the videos. I will be taking one of them depending on the little poll we do in the class, depending on what everybody wants. I can take up any type of framework and explain it to you. Okay. In the last class, people wanted page object model, so I explained them page object model, but it depends on batch to batch what people want in majority. Okay, but these are also covered in the videos, also they are covered. Okay, so if I'm covering, say, hybrid, then you can cover the page object model from the videos as well, right? Okay. Yeah, 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 this is the one, right, which I actually gave you. This is this is the one, right? I'll share the link on the chat. Hold on. Look at the chat. I'll, this actually is it's same as the first 21 modules on the website. Okay. So right. So, yeah, yeah, yeah.